Clarence Thomas is at it again, folks. Clarence Thomas freezes an order for Lindsey Graham to testify before Georgia grand jury investigating 2020 election. So isn't this interesting? So Clarence Thomas married to Guinea Thomas. Guinea Thomas, someone that believes in election conspiracy theories. And now Clarence Thomas is ruling in favor of election conspiracy theories and protecting other people from being held responsible for peddling election conspiracy theories. Whoa. Holy shit. Justice Clarence Thomas on Monday agreed to temporarily freeze a lower court order requiring the testimony of Republican Senator Lindsey Graham in front of an Atlanta area special grand jury that is investigating efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election in the state. Thomas acted alone because he has jurisdiction of the lower court that issued the original order. Thomas's move is an administrative stay that was most likely issued Monday to give the Supreme Court justices more time to consider the dispute. The court has asked for a response from the Georgia investigators by Thursday. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, a Democrat, is spearheading the special grand jury investigation into Donald Trump-aligned efforts to manipulate the results of the 2020 election in Georgia. She has indicated that she would like to question Graham on calls he made to the election officials in Georgia after the election. The South Carolina Republican senator is arguing that such testimony is foreclosed by the Constitution's speech or debate clause. This motherfucker's like, I don't need to go to your grand jury. Why? Constitution says so. When Thomas Jeffrey was writing the Constitution, and he put a special clause in the Constitution, anyone who's from South Carolina with the name Graham is exempt from, testifying on, trying to explain the crimes of someone. That's what Jeffrey Thomas said. And the guy, then he signed the thing, and then now America. What? The Constitution? What the fuck? Like when cops come to my door and say, hey, buddy, come with me. What am I going to say? The Constitution says I don't have to come with you? Well, you know what's going to happen? They're going to fucking drag me. They're going to fucking pull me by the hair out of my house, right? Like, Lindsey Graham is just like, Constitution says I don't have to get these on my go. Oh, lower courts have said that to the extent Graham was making the calls to the Georgia election officials as part of a fact-finding for the congressional certification of President Joe Biden's win, that could be out of bounds under the Constitution, but the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals has said communications and coordination with the Trump campaign regarding its post-election efforts in Georgia, published statements regarding the 2020 election efforts to cajole or exhort Georgia election officials are not legislative activities protected by the speech and debate clause. Willis's probe recently secured the grand jury testimony of former Georgia Republican Sen. Kelly Loeffler and former White House counsel Pat Cipollone. CNN reported last week, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, the Georgia grand jury special probe, whatever it is, looking into, again, the Georgia phone call with the Secretary of State that was released the day before the special elections, and the special elections were the day before January 6th, so of course that's all memory hold. Lindsey Graham, of course, was going out there. He was one of the chief election deniers. Like, right after the election, Lindsey Graham was like, what can I do for you, sir? How can I keep you in office, sir? Would you like to be king, sir? Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Do you want me to make a phone call, sir? Do you want me to go on CNN, sir, and say this? Would you like me to rub your feet, sir? That was Lindsey Graham. And guess what? He's going to get away with it. Why? Because we don't live in a country of law and order. We don't. We live in an aristocracy where the rich, the elite, the powerful can do whatever they want at the expense of you, and they get away with it, and they laugh in your face about it. That's where we live. So, cool. That's a good story, and let's move on.